us. We've got my co-host, Mark Rader, who's also a team associate on the team, Tristan and Associates. What's up, Mark?
What's up, everyone?
Hey.
How are we doing? Hey.
And we're going to interview Janki. What's up, Janki?
Out of all people, me today. I'm on the hot seat. No, we're going talking today. We're not interviewing me.
We're just talking about your amazing training academy for ISAs.
Yes.
So great job on launching that. How has it been over the last few months since you launched it?
Well, in terms of results, the first batch that we ever did was 173 phone appointments was set by the ISAs.
Okay.
And that was a 3 months, and we had about probably 12 ISAs in there. And then the second batch, or the third one, I think, second or third one, I don't remember the numbers, we're already at 131 appointments set by 12 realtors and realtors and ISAs combined. And yeah, I asked them, hey, how are you? What are you guys doing? Which script are you using? And they just tell me we're following everything that you're showing us in the system and the modules. And I don't show them the modules that are coming soon. I just keep them focused on what we've studied and what I've taught in the module today. So for example, if I'm teaching module 2 today, the next week, focus on module 2, convert and set phone appointments from module 2 scripts, see how that conversation looks like. So
all right,
it's set 131 phone appointments in 5 weeks. No, 4 weeks, sorry, 4 weeks.
That's no joke. Those are some numbers.
Yeah.
Mark, when the hell are you going to do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna log off, guys. I'm gonna
well, Janki, let's help Mark out. What are you guys doing? Like, what systems, what tools, what
yeah, I'd love to share my presentation. Is that okay, guys?
Oh, heck yeah, hold on. Let's make you a co-host. Jacob, can you make Janki a co-host, please?
She's already co-host.
Oh, cool. There you go. You're the winner.
Jake knows what he's doing. He's like, okay, if I don't have her do co-hosting, it's not going to be good.
Sorry, he's like, you need something? I already thought about that. It's done. It's been done.
Exactly. Okay, so here we go. All right, so you were asking me about tools. Tristan, Mark, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Mark, you're not on the graphic. You saw.
I know. So sorry. I didn't know.
I didn't make the cut.
I'm joking. I just wanted to.
You have made the cut. Actually, don't even say that, because I'm going to connect with you and we're going to brainstorm together.
I love
looking forward to that. Let's mastermind together. Okay, so the first session, October to December, we did 172. And this one, in 3 weeks, we did 100. And then the fourth week was 131. So 31 set appointments. So that number is different than what it shows here. But, you know, I always talk about speed to lead because it's so important. We all know that, right? When we're in the office, we want to make sure that when the lead comes in, we look at the notes of how the lead came in. And I always say that I have Chime. That's one of my systems I have, Tristan. And I love Chime CRM because it is so amazing to, once you get the lead info right here in the app, right? And when you get that, and if no one is working that day, no ISAs are there, I can just click and text them in the AI group chat, or I can just pick up the phone and call them depending on how they came in. What is their question? Did they do a save search? Is there an opportunity of where they've opened an email, or is there an opportunity? And I'll go through that right now too. But again, speed to lead, for me, it's so important in that sense. Somehow, somewhere connect with the lead, right? Whether it's through a text, hey, thank you for visiting our website. Is this a particular home? Is there a particular home that you have in mind? Or, hey, I see that you saw 123 Main Street. What did you like about this home? Like asking questions, right? Leading the conversation by asking questions. That's what I do. And that's where I say speed to lead.
Got it.
Okay, now when we're looking at speed to lead, what does that look like time-wise? Like how fast are we getting to them?
Within 15 to 30 minutes.
Okay, so
there's this thing in the industry where it says 5 to 7 minutes or 5 to 7 seconds or something like that. I don't do that because I don't want them to run away from my website.
And
like, I'm right here.
This is specifically Google PPC or Facebook ads, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
Google PPC or Facebook ads, right? So speed to lead. And then Okay, so these are my numbers for the month of February. I know I shared with you January numbers, right? Now, keep in mind, I do work, and you know this, Tristan, I work with public figures as well around here in Los Altos. I've shared that with you.
Yep.
We've got execs from Google and, there's some in my culture, in the Indian community, I have worked with, public figures, which are very protective of numbers, right? They don't want their information, their addresses, or not even information, but their addresses on Zillow or, any of the public sites, right? They want to be very protected. So
Yeah.
I just want to put that out there. If you do Google me, that's, those are different numbers than what I'm showing you right now. But the realistic numbers are, we had 293 leads that came in the month of February. Okay. For us, it was a slow season, Tristan, a slow month. Okay. So 293 of that.
The 293 leads, are those all Google PPC? Are they all Facebook? Are they a mix? What are we looking at?
They're a mix of PPC and they're a mix of Facebook ads.
Okay.
Mainly Facebook ads.
Got it.
Okay. Got it.
So 293 leads received. And from that, again, it's a numbers game, right, Tristan? We always say that it's a numbers game. What I'm trying to show here is not my closing, how many I closed. I want to showcase more than anything is look how many leads there were. And look at 293 versus 40 set phone appointments. Like, look at that. Look at the discrepancy, right? I mean, not discrepancy, but look at the delta between those two, right?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly though, like it's about a 13.5-14% conversion rate from leads received to phone appointments, and that's actually it's pretty good. That's a pretty good rate.
Yeah, man.
That's the thing, Tristan said that last time too. And I'm like, okay, how does that work? I mean, I don't even look at that, I don't even pay attention to that. But for me, it's like, okay, how many leads did I receive and how many phone appointments did I have, right? Set phone appointments, not some of them rescheduled, but did they reschedule in the month of February? Yes, right. They did. Okay, if they didn't, then they moved into March, then they don't count in my phone appointments for February, right? Because they reschedule for the month of March, right? So when we do 40 set phone appointments, only 11 converted, you guys. Look at that. Yeah. I spoke to 40 people. Out of the 40 people, only 11 of them said, you know what? Yes, I'm ready to buy now. Right? Or, yes, send me to your lender or whatever that might look like, right? So only 11 of them. Again, look at the high level numbers, 293 to 40 to now 11, right? And then out of that 7 closed, right? So that's what I want to emphasize on is that don't be afraid to really focus in the number of leads that come from this, right? Because you're not going to be able to convert all of them.
Right.
All right. Question for you. And this is for Mark too, but just so he can listen to your answer, because I already know the answer you're going to give him. And for everybody listening in.
He knows me so well.
So I've been in business for a while, almost 19 years. And I've heard this a lot because we've had VAs since 2009, right? Those were my first VAs. The 293 leads received, who was calling them to set the appointments?
My ISAs.
And where are your ISAs from? Like
sorry, what was that?
What country are your ISAs from?
Philippines.
Okay, and how's their English?
I have to tell you, and I don't know if I should say this, Tristan, they're excellent. Excellent English.
Excellent English grammar,
speech.
How's their
speech, right? Grammar, speech. And remember, they were not trained. As much as people want to think that these ISAs are trained, they were not trained. And Tristan, I'm going to say it. I don't know if I should, but what we're about to launch is different, right? It's a different beast altogether. I am training these VAs. I trained them with my systems, my tools, my technology, and all of that, right? So it's a total different ballgame to when I trained my ISAs and say, you know what, they're speaking clearly. I literally had to enunciate, look at my lips, enunciate the words for them. Okay, when you say something like a girl or boy, or something like that, when they say that, I have to teach them to say, no, say it like this. Look at my lips, say it like this. So I was teaching them in the interim as well, right? So that helped a lot when I enunciated with them, and that helped them speak better English.
That's so true. Jacob remembers. So Jacob's been with us for 8 years, I think, probably more. And Jacob's saying Van Nuys because we have Van Nuys. There's a city called, where the porn industry started in the 70s. Van Nuys. There you go. Van Nuys, California. And he's like, that's one word that our VAs always mispronounce because
Van
it's
Nuys.
They always say Van Nuys, right?
Yeah.
And so we take time to teach the VAs how to pronounce the cities.
Exactly.
But look, there's only so much we can do because the accent remains. So my point is that 7 closings from an accent. I mean, there's a lot of limiting beliefs. Is like, hey, you know what? VAs can't do it. It's just, I need somebody local.
Yes, I hear that a lot, Tristan. And what we are doing right now is, I do 3-step, 4-step interviews, and I put them on a panel interview and so on and so forth. So by the time they're ready to be hired, they already know what to expect from me. So Fremont, it's Fremont, not Fremont, right? So I had to teach them how to say not Fremont, it's free. Look at this, free. So, you have to teach them that, right? And that's what I did. I took time to train them. And I know all of us don't have time. And that's why we're here, to help.
Speaking of time, I have a question for you. And for those who are listening, those who might not know and are looking to expand their team, how many hours would you say it would take from start to finish to get a new ISA up and running as far as training goes?
Oh, wow. It depends on what you're training them on, right, Mark? I mean, are you training them on tools, systems, technology? What is it? And how fast of a learner are they?
Right. I mean, in your experience, on average, let's say you get someone that comes in, hey, I'm looking for a new ISA to call my new leads, my Facebook leads. What does that look like for you as far as training?
I train them within 1 month, 30 minutes a day, 45 minutes a day, right? 45 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week, right? I can train them in a boot camp sort of an environment where I'm just going, and then I'm doing role plays with them. Or I can break it down in 3 months. Right now, we have a 3-month course that is once a week, 30 to 45 minutes where I'm training them, right? And I'm sharing with them CRM flows. I'm sharing with them concepts of how they should be talking and, what they should be looking for, how they engage with the client, things of that sort. Like, if you're asking me the question, so who is actually in the driver's seat, right? So I teach them those little concepts to make them aware. So when they do pick up the phone, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I heard this before. This is what she was saying. Like they connect.
Right.
What I taught them, and wait, I'm not supposed to have them ask me questions. I'm supposed to ask them questions, right? Yeah. So you have to look for signs. And I would say 30 to 45 minutes a day is what I did. 3 times a week, actually.
For about a month?
For about a month.
And do you listen to those calls after they make?
I do.
Okay, so you invest a lot of time in that as well. Interesting.
I do, because for me, I want to make sure it's my name out there, right, Tristan? So I want to make sure that they don't say anything that they are mirror and matching me at that time, right, Tristan? So we need to make sure that whatever they say out there is actually mirroring what Janki would say, right? So how do I make sure of that? Like, I listen to those calls and then I screen them and then I write down what I heard from that. And then I go back to them and I give them a teaching lesson. I don't say, hey, why did you say this? I teach them in the interim. Like, okay, so I heard that on the calls, when I was screening the calls, I heard that you said Fremont. So let's discuss that. It's Fremont, right? And let's have you repeat it a couple of times and practice this. So practice makes perfect, right? So we practice together like that.
I like that.
We actually got a question here that I was actually going to ask, but Larry McFarland asked it. Let's say for those who don't really have the time to train, but they want to use the system that you're using that's so successful for you. How much does the program cost to have you train the ISAs?
So for LCA, I believe Jake has posted right there. We are giving a special $100 off, I believe. So it's $399 a month for 3 months, and we train them for 30 to 45 minutes every week. And we do have modules and lesson plan. We have modules and homework that we assign to them. And I do review the homework, you guys. I'm truly a teacher at that point, to really make sure that they're setting these phone appointments. For me, it's important to see what have they done in the 1 week they've been gone, right? What challenges did they have? And then what objections did they have, right? Challenges versus objections versus the outcome. How did they solve the problem? When they had the problem, did they have the capacity, mental capacity to say, okay, I have a problem. I need to find a solution before I go to Janki. Did they do that exercise? If they didn't, what was holding them back from doing that exercise? Because I'm not always going to be there, right? I got to teach them how to be independent. And then another thing is, I also talk to them during the week. I leave them messages on WhatsApp or, on Facebook Messenger, the whole group, like, hey, I want to know your numbers. It was a weekend. What did you do? How did you do? How many people did you talk to? So it's not just the academy side of it, but I also go outside the academy and leave them messages and, get them to engage with me outside the academy.
Right.
Got it. I like that. Question for you on the phone appointments, because that's really where the ISA's job typically ends and they transfer it over to the agent, right?
Right.
Can you tell me that transfer process, like what tech you use? Is it, I need to understand that so people can listen in and be like, I understand it.
Absolutely. Okay. So once a phone appointment is set, 24 hours to that phone appointment. So my phone appointments for today are all confirmed. So 24 hours prior to my phone appointment, my ISA will call them last hour of their shift to confirm the appointments that are set for today. Hey, I'm calling from the Janki Patel team. Just want to make sure that you know that we do have a phone appointment set with you with Janki. I will give you a call 2 minutes or 5 minutes before the set appointment time. And I look forward to talking to you. Then have a great evening. That's it. You're not going to say, hey, does that time still work for you? No. You're going to make a statement and that's it, right? 5 minutes prior to the call, I get a text from my ISA saying, you ready? All right, let's rock it. All right, let's go. They pick up the phone, they dial, they warm transfer it over to me saying, hey, Janki, your 2 o'clock phone appointment, Marcus is ready to speak with you. He's looking for a 3-2 up to 1.5. I've sent you the information. It's in your calendar, which I already have it. And they say, all right, his name is, Tristan Ahumada, and that's it. Okay. She hangs up and I connect with Tristan. Hey, Tristan, how are you today? I see that you are, you've spoken to my assistant, blah, blah, blah.
Most agents, well, they're showing property, they're busy, they're doing things. What happens at that point if they don't pick up? Do you group text them? Tell me that process.
Yes. So so is it the realtor that we're talking to? If I don't pick
the
up?
realtor. Like, yeah, if you don't pick up in the transfer.
Right. So there are times when I've been on a listing appointment, but I know better that I have 10 phone appointments or 2 phone appointments. I need to adjust. Now, not all the time can we do that because we get an impromptu, hey, I want to see 123 Main Street, right? Okay. So what do you do then is the question. Okay, so what I do is I let my ISA know, hey, listen, you know that I'm on a showing appointment. I had to run to do the showing. They're always aware where I am, right? We're always talking. So I am in a showing appointment. And if I didn't text them, hey guys, I'm going on a showing appointment. This just came up. They will text me back. Oh, wait, boss, you have a 2 o'clock phone appointment. Do you want me to go ahead and reschedule it? Or do you want Lorraine to take it, which is my director of ops?
Got it.
At least to gain some information about the lead. If we have rescheduled him before already, we don't want to pass it on and reschedule it again, right? So then Lorraine takes the call. So I always have backup to backup to backup.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. Any questions, Mark?
No, I was trying to make a statement. I see a lot of value here. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff that you're doing and moving and shaking in the business. It's really cool because I can see a lot of people who want this, but might not have the time, patience, or maybe even the skill set to train. And then you kind of just solve that whole issue for them.
Yeah, I think it's just, I found that niche that, where we don't have patience to train, but if for me, it's embedded in me to always teach. I've always been a teacher at heart, and I always want to help others. I told Tristan this way back when. I want to be able to help people. What can I do? It just is something in me. But anyway, going back to this right here, the next screen I'm sharing with you, I have Chime, and I love Chime, right? And here are the top 5 smart plans with open rates. You asked me, how does your ISA know which and who to call, right? How do they know that? Well, here are some of the smart plans in our January newsletters that we had sent out from Bloomberg, from Housing Inventory. I mean, you name it, we have it here. We always give credit back to the source, right? But we had quite a few high numbers right here of open rates. So that is one signal, that is one way that our ISAs can go ahead and dial these people and say, hey, I see that you opened the newsletter. What was so interesting? What did you like? What was so interesting? What did you like about this newsletter? And 9 out of 10 times, they always say, I love getting information from you guys. Thank you and continue. When they're ready to buy or sell, who are they going to call? Right? So always be in front of them. This is something that, has really worked very well for us. And again, these are all different newsletters and open rates right here. And obviously these are your database is a gold mine, right? Tristan, we always say that. Don't go shop and go around and look for leads, because you have it right there. And all these different newsletters and plans that we have, like look at that, new construction, or for renters, that was really low, but lender pipeline. These are the people that are all the buyers that are in the lender phase right now.
Wow.
Like I've converted them and they're ready to buy and they're getting the pre-approvals right now, right? So all of these people right here have come back to our website and have opened the newsletter or the smart plan. That's your green light right there to dial those people, because they came back and they read. They might just say, hey, I'm just looking. I just wanted to see what your email was all about. That's all. All right, then ask them the question, who do you know that might be looking? Hey, by the way, let me just ask you, who do you know that might be looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? If not you, then who, right? So this is that right here. Okay, so this is a very low number. We usually have in the 300, 400, 500 right here, right? But this is very low. Again, this is activity from Chime that I wanted to show you that your database is gold. And I wanted to kind of just show you what our data, these are low numbers, 91 leads, open 91 emails, right? 91 leads. This is a green light again for our ISAs to dial these 91 leads because they opened an email. It doesn't matter, if they are not interested or not, they open an email. So guess what? You need to call them and say, hey, what was so interesting that we sent you? We just want to know. Just find out, come out of curiosity,
Very true. I love this. Larry said huge value. Thanks, Larry. Thanks for watching.
Oh, thank you. After the morning I've had, that's really good to hear.
Well, like, this is being recorded too. So Jake said it goes on our YouTube channel. So we've got a few minutes left, Janki. Anything that we missed that you really want to highlight besides everyone here signing up for your academy?
Oh, okay, thank you. I love that. So here's the thing you asked, Tristan, like when the ISA calls a lead, schedules the appointment, it's right here. If they don't answer, we leave notes, we put them on a campaign if they're not interested, and we do a follow-up. And this is all through Chime. So this is one of the things you asked earlier, what happens? So it's right here. And then the definition of an ISA is right here. And then of course our results, this is most latest results that we had. And of course our testimonials and all the different courses that we had on our website. We do have Jennifer Salter, amazing coach. She's joining us as well as an instructor. She is doing dynamic ways to leverage your business. And she is a fantastic. She's seen such good results also with KV Core actually. So
she's awesome.
She's really, really awesome. And she does great in her business as well. So there you have it.
I love it.
Yeah. We got a question here from Isabel Garcia. What if an agent uses KV Core and not Chime?
So Jennifer's course, Jennifer uses KV Core. She's all about KV Core. So dynamic ways to do simple ads or simplicity within KV Core.
Perfect.
Yeah. So
I love that. Great question. Mark, any questions you have?
No, I was just going to say, Jay, could we plug in one more time for those maybe who jumped on later or don't see it, where to find Janki and where to sign up and where to look at her program. Thank you. Awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, we have one more question from Yvonne. Who hires the ISA?
Oh, who hires that?
What a great question.
That's a great question. Tristan question.
There are a lot of options there. You can go to so many different companies. One company that we go to is Power ISA, but I know Janki's also opening up her own ISA company as well. So there are options. I would say this: interview the companies that you find people talk about a lot in LabCoatAgents, and then you compare. You tell us what you think.
Yeah, exactly. And our global solutions is having a launch on Monday. We're launching it on Monday, and it's all about. And I was talking to you yesterday, but it's all about what we're doing with our ISA company is something very different. We're having secured systems in there where the ISA just goes in there and starts dialing. It's going to have its own power dialer. It's just an amazing. Our development team is really rocking it for us right now. So and we're adding the 1 month boot camp. So while they're dialing for you, guess what? They're learning from me at the same time. So there's no flaw.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah.
And as we're talking, Janki, I just sent a seller lead for 1.2 million to Mark Rader. So there you go.
Yay!
Oh, there we go.
Get
All
on
right.
it.
Well,
We have no time left, but let's do it live right now.
Let's do it. We should do that one day, you know?
That would be fun. Just
It's kind of like cash call. We do cash call.
That would be
Sale, right? So
just
that'd
boom,
be so
just
cool.
Steve picks up and just rip it right there.
Yeah.
all right. Well, thank you, everybody. Janki, thank you for being on. We appreciate you, and
Thank you,
good luck
guys.
with the company. We'll see you here often. So thanks
Yes.
for your help.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Bye.
Mark.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.